Press play.
Replay, replay, replay.
You're watching Play Replay with Async. So I got a new backdrop, I got a new everything. I just kind of did a new setup here, guys, and I decided I'm going to change up things and make it look a little bit different so I don't have to have a green screen and do all this extra stuff. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible because, doing all the extra layers and editing, and it's just insane with these videos. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about buying physical media today, and that's kind of the theme of this video. So please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out my channel greatly. Now that that's been said, I'm going to get right to it. So I recently have been going out and buying physical media, mainly because you can go on streaming networks or streaming, streaming apps. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, and you try to find what you want and you can never find it really. It's just here or there. It's kind of like whatever. And sometimes I like some older movies because I'm old. And I kind of like to watch something that I watched in the 80s. But unfortunately, they only get the most popular 80s movies. So it's like you can't really watch the thing that you really want to watch unless you have to Google it. And it's like, oh, it's on this platform. So, you got to get a subscription for that. So I just go, forget all that. Let's just get the Blu-ray player out or the 4K, whatever. Anyway, and play a movie, So, I already have like 300, 400 probably movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, the whole movie thing. But they're not like, it's not like a complete, I shouldn't say complete. It's not like everything I would like to just sit down and be able to watch whenever I feel like it. So I went out and recently, and I've been kind of just buying up, trying to find the Blu-ray versions of some older movies. And recently I actually found The Great Outdoors. That's a pretty good one. And that's on Blu-ray. So I'm not trying to sell these things. I'm just saying that that's amazing. Because for many, many years I've been looking for this, but it's always on DVD. And I really would like it to be a sharper image, and just kind of bring it up to the standard of today. So it's a great movie. It's a great movie. I really love that movie. I really enjoyed the character that Dan Aykroyd plays in that movie, just how he talks, his arrogant attitude. But you get John Candy in that movie, and I think everybody, I don't know about the generation nowadays, they probably don't even know who John Candy is, but anybody who was around in the days when I was around in like the 80s and stuff, they know who John Candy is, and they know that this guy is just the most likable guy. He's just lovable. He's just such a lovable guy. And he just kind of you just put him in something and you just love it, So anyway, I just decided to get that because it's a good comedy, and we don't make comedies anymore that are like that apparently, because everybody's got to be just like disgusting kind of sense of humor or agenda or something like that. So you can't really have humor anymore in this woke environment. So I've decided let's go back in time to start finding movies that are actually good. And another one is My Blue Heaven. I don't know. It's kind of in the same line as The Great Outdoors in a sense. It's kind of got that same kind of time period feeling. But I just love that movie because, Steve Martin, he plays, I don't know, it's just such a good movie. It's just hard to explain. He plays a mafia guy who's like, being watched over by the police or something. And it's like, just the way it is. I'm not going to explain the whole story, but just the way he plays that character, it's funny. It's just funny how he talks and just how he acts. It's just some of the stuff. I just love it. So that movie is another good one. And then, of course, recently I've been trying to get caught up on some of the good movies that are kind of newer that I bought or that have been out. And I noticed, well, Godzilla Minus One finally hit Netflix, so oh my God, thank God for that. I mean, that's something that we should have on Blu-ray already or 4K right now, but for some reason they decided to release it on Netflix. I heard it comes out in November on Blu-ray or 4K on disc anyway, and that's a long ways away. That's like a whole year before it's been on physical media, and unfortunately, we got Dune already. I mean, we got Dune Part 2 even already, and that was in the months, that was out in a couple of months. I mean, I got that one, the 4K of Dune Part 2. And of course, the steel box of Dune Part 1. So I just have to have that set because I just think that those movies are shot in such a beautiful way. It's just amazing to just watch that stuff and see it on a big screen, or at least watch it at home on your big screen TV or whatever. I got a 65-inch TV in the living room, so that's the one I watch it on. That's not super big, but it's not super small, so it's good enough for me anyway. Another one I got recently is because I just love the movie. It's because it feels like a comic book version of history, but it's cool. It's just the way they shot it. It's a great idea to make the movie like this. And that is Sisu. This is a good movie. This is a really good movie. It's a man's movie, if you ask me. But I just love that movie. I think I talked about it in a review already on this channel, so I don't need to talk about it again. But I'm just kind of throwing out there some movies that I recently decided I was going to buy, just to kind of start filling out my actual physical movie collection, because I really don't like having streaming services control what I can and what I can't watch. I kind of really start to miss the old days when you could go to the video store and just rent something. Those were the days when you could actually go out and rent a movie, and it was just like, hey, you could see a whole wall of the newest, latest thing, and you're like, oh man, they're all gone. Why can't I get that one? That one must be good, You can kind of tell if something's good just by going to the video store back in the day. So I look at it this way, it's like, I just have to become the video store now, and I think unfortunately everybody has to try to become that. But I noticed that the actual physical media, they don't make a lot of it now, so it's kind of hard to get sometimes now, even newer movies. So it just kind of sucks that that's the way it is, because I remember the days when you could go to Walmart at midnight or whatever and you could find like the latest movies coming out that everyone wants. I mean, they did that with video games too, but it's like you could go there and you'd be like, oh my God, this is out now. Oh my God, I'm going to buy this right now, And I used to do that back when Marvel was actually making good movies. I used to actually be like, holy crap, some of those earlier Marvel movies, I think it was like Captain America, Winter Soldier, that period of time. Anyway, around that time, I was like, holy crap, I need to buy this right now, So that's the way I was anyway. So it's nice that we could have the actual physical media. But yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about all this stuff. It's just something I had to think about. Maybe you should think about making your own home entertainment center, because it seems like they're not putting out movies anymore that are going to be good in the next year. It seems like it's kind of like dwindling, mainly because the actors went on strike and basically slowed down everything back then. But that and the fact that Hollywood has just decided to just push agendas only, and they can't figure out how to get out of their own way. So I'm just saying that it's a good idea that to maybe invest in your home entertainment system, because buy physical, get a 4K player, because I think it plays Blu-ray and DVD, so I think it'll play it everything. And then you can just sit down and chill out and watch that stuff, and you could just relax and not have to worry about looking and Googling to see if a movie is on a streaming network that you actually want to watch it on. So I just don't like doing that. I don't like to give money to Disney, so I don't have Disney Plus. I'm not giving anything to them anymore. They were just completely, they don't exist. So if I ever talk about anything about them and what they're putting out, then it's usually because I have kind of seen it through other means or whatever. But I just wanted to kind of talk about that and tell me what you think in the comment section below. Just kind of want to hear what you guys think about buying physical after what's all going on and how people are ruining movies nowadays. What do you think about older movies and picking up these older ones on Amazon or whatever? So anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.